why low gas prices are good for the economy. A look at the all-new Cadillac ELR and the Cadillac XTS. All that and a whole lot more coming up right here on the SST Car Show. SST is brought to you by Stark Auto Sales, home of the ultimate worldwide scratch and dent car sale. Hey everybody, I'm Rick Walker. Welcome to another edition of the SST Car Show. We have a lot of really cool things lined up for you today. We're going to show you a very well-restored custom Ford pickup truck that they call Blue Ribbon. We'll show you a better way to buy a car at the Stark Auto Auction in Toronto, Ontario, where they auction off hundreds of insurance claim vehicles every week now. They ship those cars all around the world, and it's really becoming quite a thing up there. We'll also tell you why, in my opinion, low gas prices are good for the economy, contrary to what you're hearing in the media these days. But first, here's our review of a very cool custom Jeep done up by a good friend of ours, Kenny Hawk, who displayed this thing at the SEMA Auto Show in Las Vegas. This Jeep Wrangler is done up aviation style.
All right, I'm here with Kenny Hawk and his beast of a Jeep here. I was looking at it. It looks like something out of Tank Girl. Can you explain a little bit about this to me? There's so much to it.
Well, this is what happens when you cross a World War II vintage airplane and a Jeep Wrangler.
And obviously, it's not just a crossbreed. It is a monster. There's guns on it. There's red lights. Where do you get the idea for this?
Well, vintage aviation is such a cool thing. There's so many unique styles and unique pieces there. So we had a wealth of photographs and images to draw inspiration from. But that old riveted up look, it's really cool.
How did you piece this together?
Well, we went to a lot of old vintage aviation places and eBay, scouring, looking for parts that would fit our Jeep and really look cool.
What's your intention for this vehicle?
To drive it.
To drive it over rocks.
That's right.
And have you?
A little bit. We're going to do more as soon as we're done with the show. We just finished it moments before loading on the trailer and bringing it here.
And do you also have intention on shooting people or shooting beasts or monsters? Because these are real guns.
They are real guns, yes. No, they're for hunting purposes only.
Do you have to get a license for that? Do you have to have a license, gun license to drive this car?
In Las Vegas, you're allowed to do it, no problem. They have no problem with shooting people and cars and animals here. So.
Okay, and these the red light headlights, what's up with those?
I don't know. It just came on.
It just came on. Okay, can we check out the inside? That'd be so cool.
Absolutely, come on.
Let's go. Come along with us.
These are old vintage aviation switches. So go ahead and flip up the first two.
I'm nervous. 1, 2.
All right, so those are the covers. Now flip the switches underneath.
Just 1 and 2?
Yep. Now the black button right there. Go ahead and push that black button. Go ahead and push the black button right there.
That was so cool.
You want to hit the gas?
Is it in neutral?
Yep.
Okay.
Go ahead and womp on it.
All right, come check out the back. Baby got back. Okay, so I'm seeing we got like some missiles and stuff here. What are these tanks? Is this the gas?
These are actually vintage World War II era oxygen tanks. So this is what the pilots would use when at high altitude. They would have compressed oxygen in it, and these were actually our fuel tanks for the vehicle.
That's pretty cool. All right, is there anything else you want to mention?
We hand built the seats to give us that old bomber look. And the two World War II era looking bombs on the side, they're actually compressed air tanks. So we can air the tires up and down and use air tools on the vehicle.
Oh, that is too sweet.
The engine is an LQ9, which is a cast iron LS3 basically, with aluminum heads, a twin turbo setup. Then we put a 4L60E automatic transmission to it, an Atlas transfer case. We took a couple axles out of the junkyard, cut them up, and re-welded them back together to create an all-wheel steer axle setup for this. So if you can check that out right here. This is a GM 14-bolt axle with an R-Tech truss, and then we welded Dana 60 knuckles on the outside so that the rear axle can steer as well. This is all real aluminum. It's 3/16-inch thick aluminum.
So it's pretty light. It looks heavy, but it's light.
Yeah, it's fairly lightweight, but we actually hand-bucked all these rivets to give it that old World War II airplane look. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much. We totally enjoyed having you on the show.
Thank you very much.
Back we go to Las Vegas to the SEMA show now with our own Brittany Alexandra, who takes a look at a very cool custom Ford pickup truck, an award-winning vehicle that they call Blue Ribbon.
This is the 1979 Ford F150 called the Blue Ribbon. It is equipped with a supercharged Ford racing engine. It comes with custom headers and a custom-built transmission. It has a removable hardtop and suicide doors. You gotta love these extreme wheels. It has tons of chrome in the engine bay. A big SST salute to Mark Pollock and his team at Blue Ribbon Auto.
Don't go away. When we come back, we'll review the all-new Cadillac XTS.
I'm Zoe, also known as Poison Ivy. Don't go away, there's more SST ahead.
Steve Plunkett presents the Fleetwood Country Cruise-In, featuring 100 years of Dog and Canada's Dukes of Hazzard cast reunion. Meet Tom Wopat, John Schneider, Britt Hurst, Sonny Schroyer, General Lee mechanic Tom Sarmenta, and other celebrities like George Barris, Linda Vaughn, Courtney Hanson, Gene Winfield, and Dennis Gage. See Square Dancing Tractors, over 4,000 vintage cars, and dozens of General Lees. June 6th and 7th, 9282 Elviage Drive, London, Ontario. Visit FleetwoodCountryCruisin.com for more info on an automotive extravaganza like no other.
Turn back the hands of time with antique Chevrolet parts. Since 1971, we've been sourcing parts from around the world to help you restore and maintain antique Chevs. Nose to tail fins, we have your parts. Call us toll free at 1-866-767-2787. Get help from a real person or go to antiquechev.com. Download a catalog, order online, delivered to your front door. Antique Chev, helping you turn back the hands of time.
Looking for a better way to buy a car? Stark Auto Sales holds insurance recovery auctions every Monday. SUVs, minivans, cars, trucks, motorcycles, even exotic sports cars. Thousands of vehicles in stock. Some are rebuildable wrecks, some just parts cars. Others are damage-free theft recoveries. You can save a lot of money bidding in person or online. Stark ships worldwide. If you're looking for a better way to buy a car, stop by the next Monday auction at 119 Union Street, Toronto, or visit StarkAutoSales.com. Maverick Multimedia. We produce TV commercials and negotiate best possible airtime rates for our clients. We build custom websites with original photography and graphic design, not stock photos, and offer cost-effective search engine optimization plans that generate response. Real people serving clients across North America, getting you real results. Call 1-866-248-1490. Maverick Multimedia Incorporated. Way better marketing solutions.
The Southern Ontario Military Muster. See war reenactments, weapons demonstrations, vintage military vehicles. Honor the World War II veterans with a Veterans Parade marking the anniversary of VE Day, and the Portraits of Honor display paying tribute to Afghan vets. Tour the trenches, and don't miss this year's new attraction, the Supermodels America Vintage Fashion Show. The Southern Ontario Military Muster, June 13th and 14th at the Essex Sports Complex Arena and Grounds in Essex, Ontario. Visit militarymuster.ca.
Turn back the hands of time with antique Chevrolet parts. Since 1971, we've been sourcing parts from around the world to help you restore and maintain antique Chevs. Nose to tail fins, we have your parts. Call us toll free at 1-866-767-2787. Get help from a real person or go to antiquechev.com. Download a catalog, order online, delivered to your front door. Antique Chev, helping you turn back the hands of time.
Steve Plunkett presents the Fleetwood Country Cruise-In, featuring 100 years of Dodge and Canada's Dukes of Hazzard cast reunion. Meet Tom Wopat, John Schneider, Rick Hurst, Sonny Schroyer, General Lee mechanic Tom Sarmento, and other celebrities like George Barris, Linda Vaughn, Courtney Hanson, Gene Winfield, and Dennis Gage. See square dancing tractors, over 4,000 vintage cars, and dozens of General Lees. June 6th and 7th, 9282 Elviage Drive, London, Ontario. Visit FleetwoodCountryCruisin.com for more info on an automotive extravaganza like no other. It's big, it's bold, and it is luxurious. Here is our review of the all-new Cadillac XTS. The Cadillac XTS V Sport is a car that mixes old-school appeal with new-school technology. It's big just like old-school Cadillacs, but it performs much better thanks to an all-new 401 horsepower twin-turbo engine. The car is fast. It has plenty of passing power, and speed will sneak up on you if you're not careful. This is absolutely a full-size car, but it is nimble. This is not your daddy's Cadillac. No, sir. This thing is a modern touring machine, filled with luxury, filled with options. It is loaded, and if you get behind the wheel, we're pretty sure you're gonna love it. This is a car that was created with comfort as a primary focus, but performance considerations have not been neglected. The new engine surpasses the performance of the old Cadillac Northstar V8 and delivers nearly 30 miles to the gallon on the highway. Handling is better than you would expect. The XTS does sort of float down the road the way a big, luxurious Cadillac should, but when it's pushed hard into the corners, the suspension responds with surprisingly good road manners and road feel. I absolutely love the heads-up display on this vehicle. We've had a HUD on other vehicles, including Corvettes in the past, and it's a great safety feature because it projects your vehicle information, like your speed, right onto the windshield. So as you're driving down the highway, you don't have to take your eyes off the road in order to check your vehicle information. It keeps your attention centered right where it needs to be. 3.6-liter V6 engine with twin turbos. There is absolutely no turbo lag. The interior is everything we have come to expect from the new generation of Cadillacs. The materials are all high quality. The fit and finish is exceptional. This is a car that will be used by dignitaries, CEOs, and older car buyers who still find appeal in bigger vehicles. The ride is soft, yet firm. It really strikes a good balance between performance and luxury. In a word, this car is phenomenal, and that's why it is SST approved. We take you now to the Eyes on Design Car Show in Michigan. That's where we found the Imperial Speedster. Are you in the market for a used vehicle? Well, if you are, there might be a better way for you to buy one. At the Stark Auto Auction in Toronto. That's where they auction off hundreds of insurance claim vehicles every Monday now, every week. They send these things all over the world. A lot of them stay right here in Canada. And what they are is cars that have been damaged or in some cases stolen and then recovered. Some need to be repaired. Some are just salvage vehicles, but others are damage-free and can actually be driven without any work being done on them. In some cases, there are real bargains to be had. Check this out.
If you've ever wondered what happens to cars, trucks, and SUVs that are smashed up, you're looking at the answer. If there is any value left in the vehicles at all, they end up in a place like this. Stark Auto Sales in Toronto is an insurance recovery center. Insurance companies send vehicles here after a claim is made so they can be auctioned off. The result is a weekly feeding frenzy where bargain hunters say they can save as much as 40% by buying repairable wrecks and fixing them up.
The auction is a good way to buy a car.
Yes, it is.
What's the advantage?
Cheaper prices.
Stephen Stark is the man behind this operation. His company has grown rapidly over the past decade.
We started approximately 50 years ago with my father opening up a scrap iron recycling yard. From there, once I joined the business in the early 70s, we started to expand into car parts. From car parts, we were selling parts to the public, to body shops, to insurance companies and so forth. And as that business grew, our demand for supply became greater. Where were we to get supply? We looked to the insurance companies. We struck some deals with insurance companies. We got supply of cars, which enabled us to sell a lot more parts. From there, it developed that we started selling cars complete as a going concern instead of parts. And that part of the business grew to the point of us conducting auction sales twice a month and selling cars on a day-to-day basis.
He now conducts auctions from his facility on Union Street every Monday. Thousands of vehicles are auctioned off each week. Stark Auto Sales is a favorite destination for car dealers, body shop owners, and mechanics who come looking for vehicles with light damage that are easy to repair.
Got an excellent deal. I bought an Acura 1.7 EL and I think it's amazing.
The general public can bid on vehicles too. When the weather is fair, people can stroll through the yard while the auction takes place. If it's raining or cold, they can bid inside and watch the auction on a big screen. The Stark auction system allows people to bid online as well. Bids now come in from all over the world. Stark ships globally. Emerging markets in Africa are now hotspots for auction vehicle deliveries. Insurance companies also send insurance recovery vehicles here. They often arrive damage-free, allowing consumers to bid on vehicles that can be licensed and driven with no repairs necessary. If vehicles are damaged beyond the point of repair, they are sold as scrap. Prices vary, however. Those that attend these auctions on a regular basis say they're here because that there's a lot of money to be saved.
Cheap and affordable, the economy is so bad. Buy it, little damage, put it right, and put it on the road.
Stark Auto Sales has seen demand grow. They started with monthly auctions, went bi-weekly, and are finding that weekly auctions are barely enough to satisfy growing demand for insurance claim vehicles.
Now, obviously, buying a car from Stark Auto Auctions might not be for everyone, but if you're looking to save a few dollars and do things in a different kind of way, well, that might just be the ticket for you. Here's a ticket to ride, the all-new Cadillac ELR. This is a vehicle that features electric car technology. This is a true electric vehicle, not a hybrid. It really uses the same technology that went into the Chevy Volt, but it's all done up in a very luxurious Cadillac package. Check it out. You know, folks, I can tell you that everywhere we went driving that Cadillac ELR, it turned heads. That was one attractive electric car. When we come back, I will tell you why low gas prices, in my opinion, are good for the economy, contrary to what you're hearing on television, on the radio, and reading in newspapers and online. Stay with us.
Hi, I'm Katerina, also known as Red Phoenix. Don't go away, there's more SST coming up.
Looking for a better way to buy a car? Stark Auto Sales holds insurance recovery auctions every Monday. SUVs, minivans, cars, trucks, motorcycles, even exotic sports cars. Thousands of vehicles in stock. Some are rebuildable wrecks, some just parts cars. Others are damage-free theft recoveries. You can save a lot of money bidding in person or online. Stark ships worldwide. If you're looking for a better way to buy a car, stop by the next Monday auction at 119 Union Street, Toronto, or visit starkautosales.com.
The Southern Ontario Military Muster. See war reenactments, weapons demonstrations, vintage military vehicles. Honor the World War II veterans with a Veterans Parade marking the anniversary of VE Day, and the Portraits of Honor display paying tribute to Afghan vets. Tour the trenches, and don't miss this year's new attraction, the Supermodels America Vintage Fashion Show. The Southern Ontario Military Muster, June 13th and 14th at the Essex Sports Complex Arena and Grounds in Essex, Ontario. Visit militarymuster.ca.
Steve Plunkett presents the Fleetwood Country Cruise-In, featuring 100 years of Dog and Canada's Dukes of Hazzard cast reunion. Meet Tom Wopat, John Schneider, Rick Hurst, Sonny Schroyer, General Lee mechanic Tom Sarmenta, and other celebrities like George Barris, Linda Vaughn, Courtney Hanson, Gene Winfield, and Dennis Gage. See square dancing tractors, over 4,000 vintage cars, and dozens of General Lees. June 6th and 7th, 9282 Elviage Drive, London, Ontario. Visit FleetwoodCountryCruisin.com for more info on an automotive extravaganza like no other. Maverick Multimedia. We produce TV commercials and negotiate best possible airtime rates for our clients. We build custom websites with original photography and graphic design, not stock photos, and offer cost-effective search engine optimization plans that generate response. Real people serving clients across North America, getting you real results. Call 1-866-248-1490. Maverick Multimedia Incorporated. Way better marketing solutions.
Turn back the hands of time with antique Chevrolet parts. Since 1971, we've been sourcing parts from around the world to help you restore and maintain antique Chevs. Nose to tail fins, we have your parts. Call us toll free at 1-866-767-2787. Get help from a real person or go to antiquechev.com. Download a catalog, order online, delivered to your front door. Antique Chev, helping you turn back the hands of time.
The Southern Ontario Military Muster. See war reenactments, weapons demonstrations, vintage military vehicles. Honor the World War II veterans with a Veterans Parade marking the anniversary of VE Day, and the Portraits of Honor display paying tribute to Afghan vets. Tour the trenches, and don't miss this year's new attraction, the Supermodels America Vintage Fashion Show. The Southern Ontario Military Muster, June 13th and 14th at the Essex Sports Complex Arena and Grounds in Essex, Ontario. Visit militarymuster.ca.
Looking for a better way to buy a car? Stark Auto Sales holds insurance recovery auctions every Monday. SUVs, minivans, cars, trucks, motorcycles, even exotic sports cars. Thousands of vehicles in stock. Some are rebuildable wrecks, some just parts cars. Others are damage-free theft recoveries. You can save a lot of money bidding in person or online. Stark ships worldwide. If you're looking for a better way to buy a car, stop by the next Monday auction at 119 Union Street, Toronto, or visit starkautosales.com. Hey friends, welcome back to the SST Car Show. I've been hearing a lot in the media lately, and this is my opinion now, about gas prices. I've been hearing that falling oil prices, falling gas prices are bad for the economy. And I couldn't disagree more. I'll tell you why. If gas prices are low, people drive more. If they're driving more, they're going places. If they're going places, that means they're going on vacation. That means that they're spending money in hotels, on meals. They're going shopping. They're visiting relatives. They're mobile again. If people are driving more, that means trucks are on the road more. That means that the price of delivering goods to market will decrease. The costs associated with producing everything from toothpicks to widgets will decline. That will improve our quality of life. Low or cheap energy prices are pivotal when it comes to being competitive, because it's one of the main inputs in every single industry. And because oil still, whether you like it or not, still drives our economy, low energy prices are good for everyone overall. Now, it is true that government will probably reap less in tax revenue from the sale of oil at the gas pump. It is true that the oil companies will not make as much money on every liter of fuel sold. But I'll tell you this, people will drive more, and those oil companies will make up for that in terms of volume, because they'll be selling a lot more gasoline. Overall, in my opinion, low energy prices, low gas prices are good for the economy. And who knows, maybe, just maybe, with lower gas prices, people might actually be able to afford to buy a new car. And just imagine what would happen if we kickstarted the auto industry again and started producing more vehicles right here in North America. Wouldn't that be good for the economy? It's just something to think about. Anyway, we're out of time, and I hope that was food for thought. So we got to go. But until next time, I'm Rick Walker, reminding you that when you can't get to the car show, we will bring the car show to you online at streetsporttv.com.
Maverick Multimedia production.